All right, now moving on to PSG and Marseille. We, or I should say Jamie really didn't have any viewing in this game, but I did watch the PSG Marseille game. I was a little tired that Sunday and decided just to relax and watch the game. And I will say it was a very entertaining game. Going into the game, PSG I think were 7 points clear of Marseille, who were second, the contenders, and that long-standing rivalry. I I don't even know what else to say.
Yeah,
It is the rivalry in Liga, and if Marseille won, they
rowdy
would have
to say
been
the
that much
least.
closer.
Yep,
So going into this, I was like, this is going to be a fun little derby, I should say. My bad. Um,
the Kentucky Derby. Just two Yanks talking football. All right.
yeah. The first half, though, I mean, well, not the first half. Until the first goal was scored, it was dead even in my opinion. But
Mm.
then I don't know if you saw, but Kimpembe went down, no contact. He just fell over while running.
I
Um,
didn't.
ACL tear, he ruptured, I should say, out for the rest of the season, potentially the rest of the year. So that was not good. But then
Dang.
they brought on. I am. I completely forgot who they brought on, but they shifted defensive wise. They went to a four back.
So they started with Marquinhos, what's his name? Ramos and Kimpembe.
Yes, and they brought
Okay.
on Pereira. Sorry, they brought on Pereira, Danilo. Um,
And he didn't play as a center back?
he was more of a deep lying center defensive mid because he did make more runs up.
Mm-hmm.
Marquinhos actually later on in the second half he was playing as a support striker and made runs that Mbappe did.
He does that.
Yeah. But up until the first goal, it was dead even to be quite honest. I'm
Mm-hmm.
surprised that Marseille did not score a single goal. Well, I am not surprised because they didn't have many shots. But besides Messi and Mbappe, they PSG didn't have many attacking outlets besides like Vitinha. He pulled through a lot because now that Neymar's out, he was able to shine more on the left and make runs up. But it was the Messi and Mbappe show. They somehow linked so much better when Neymar wasn't there. No, obviously Neymar's going to play when he's recovered, but they shine through a lot. And I don't know if you saw the highlights, but Messi put a clear ball with Mbappe. It didn't even need to be a good ball. Like Mbappe's fast as hell. He's gonna score it. Just a low shot scored, and then Mbappe
Mm-hmm.
made a great pass to Messi, right down from the left-sided box all the way down for Messi just to tap it in. And Messi did a little scoop flick right over three defenders, and Mbappe scored on the
That he did.
volley. So it was just the Messi and Mbappe show offensively, which was amazing. And
It is
Messi,
kind of surreal that
I
they play
know,
together.
Messi just hit his 700 club goal mark with that goal.
Mm-hmm.
He had six for the Barca under 18s, but that was it otherwise. And now Mbappe is tied with being the PSG top scorer with Cavani.
Wow.
So already at the age of
Wow.
22, I believe he is tied.
He's 22?
I believe so.
He feels like 24.
With the amount of times we talked about him, two World Cups.
He's 24. He's
Oh,
24.
it's my bad. But
But
24,
still,
yeah,
at 24 to be PSG's all-time goal scorer.
he's tied
I
now.
mean,
Obviously, he's gonna overcome it. He's Mbappe,
yeah,
but I mean,
yeah,
yeah, he is now tied with Cavani already.
that's
And
crazy.
yeah, I mean, but Marseille, it looked like an even match. Other than Messi and Mbappe, Marseille put up like a really good match. Guendouzi was literally everywhere.
Mhm.
I'm surprised Payet didn't join the pitch.
Yeah, I was looking at lineups a second ago,
Payet was on
and
the bench the
I
whole
look
time. Yeah,
really like the Marseille players. Like generally, there's a lot of players there where you're like, he's good. Why is like I don't know. Like it looks like a bunch of smart recruitment. Like Bailly, I mean Tavares plays for Arsenal, but he's a good wingback. You look at Cedric Under, Guendouzi, Malinowski,
oh no, they had
Vertu,
quality, and it was very even.
Klaus, Onani. He just had an excellent World
Klaus was
Cup.
subbed out though.
Payet.
Yeah,
I mean, just those players coming
yeah,
off the bench for a team like Marseille 3, 4 years ago, they didn't have that quality, but they're
yeah.
looking a lot better.
I mean, they. it was a very even game though, other than Messi and Mbappe. And then once that third goal was scored, to be honest, that
Mhm.
was the dagger. They were fighting even after that second goal, but once that third goal was
Mhm.
scored, it was over. But yeah, PSG and Marseille with Kimpembe out, that won't look good for PSG going to Bayern because they're already
Mhm.
1-0 down in the Champions. But we'll go back into that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really about it with
Yeah.
the PSG Marseille game.
Cool. And I guess we'll move on to the World Pro 11 that was announced today, Monday, the 27th. It's usually, these teams are usually all quite the same, but for some reason, the formation is 3-3-4.
Now I don't know anything about this, so I'm just gonna later on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna guess what players made it. But you mean a three defensively, three mid, and four attacking?
Mm-hmm. Just so that they can fit on all those good attacking. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's weird, but I saw it was announced today, and I guess we'll have a bit of a guess with it. Start at goalie. Who would you have put for goalie of the year?
What is it, Emilio Martinez?
No,
It's not. I would have just. That was my assumption. Then I
he hasn't been the
would.
best goalkeeper, but he had. I mean, he did save the World Cup literally, but
Yeah.
overall, he's not as good as this guy.
Overall, is it Neuer?
No,
No.
think about someone who won something this year. Won two things.
I am having the biggest brain fart of my life right now.
It's all right. It's Courtois.
Court. No, yeah, no, that makes complete sense. My bad.
He's probably the best goalkeeper in the
He is the best
rocky
goalkeeper in
start.
the world right now, for sure.
He had a rocky start at Real Madrid, but no, he's figured it out. So defender wise, this is where it's weird because in like actuality, it's like one defender, um,
You mean
which
center
is
back, or
weird.
there's going to be a left back and right back?
There's a left back, right back, and center back, but those wing backs might as well be wingers, not
Oh, so they're wing.
defensively
That's
good.
another hint. So they're wing
Mm-hmm.
backs.
If
I'm
you were
going
to
to
guess the
say
three,
center back. I'm going to say Eder Militao.
no.
Wow. Oh, that was my initial guess right away. Who is it?
Mm-hmm. Center back. Who's regarded as the best center back?
The
I
best center
mean,
back in the world right now?
yeah. Not right now. 2 years ago, but like
Thiago
he's still very
Silva?
good. No,
Two
he
years
nearly won the
ago.
Ballon d'Or.
Dude, I'm brain farting again. Who is it?
Virgil van Dijk. They did finish second in the Prem and second in the Champions League,
I
but I don't
guess.
know if I would have gone with him. I
I
mean, he
don't.
is at the end on his day, he's the best center back in the world.
I can say that if as long as he got two legs and can run, I would take him. But the thing is, this past season he's not been solid. He's been injured for a little bit, yes, but that's why he fleeted
Mm-hmm.
my mind, I guess. And
At
when you
least
said
again, it
two years
wasn't
ago,
the
I would
same.
have taken Thiago Silva probably, to be quite honest. That's just my humble opinion. He's been doing it. He's 38. He's been doing
Yeah, I picked him eight
consistently.
years ago. He's still one of the best players ever
Yeah,
for his
fair.
position. But Van Dijk finished second in the Champions League voting or in the Ballon d'Or voting
Yeah,
like 2 3 years ago.
that's true.
But if I were to plug another one next to him, I'd look at players like Marquinhos and
I would take Militao.
Alaba. Militao, he's been playing a lot of right back.
That's
So in like
true.
Rudiger, he plays right back. So if you can't even hold your starting spot for Brazil, I'm gonna pick Thiago Silva.
Or honestly, maybe
And
Araujo for going off recent form though too. He's been a block for
oh,
Barcelona.
did spend a lot of the year injured, but he hasn't won. Once again, a team like this, you need to win something.
Yeah, maybe next year though. Maybe next year.
Maybe we'll move on to the wing backs.
I'm gonna say Hakimi was one of them.
Correct. He always makes these teams. He's
Yeah, that's true.
probably the best right back in them,
And there was a left wing
especially
back
offensively.
apparently.
Left back, right back, a bit of both. Recently moved in the January transfer window.
Can you give me a hint and say which league he moved to, or was it a domestic move?
Bundesliga.
He moved to. Oh, it was a Cancelo. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Obviously, first half of the year, faultless player. but fell out with Pep and is now six
He was
Bayern, and I
complaining.
heard he's
There
doing
was
very
an
well.
18-year-old kid getting a couple starts over him just to get some experience. And he was like, I want to play. And Pep's like, you're gone.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
Pep doesn't play that. All
which
right,
is
three in
fair.
the midfield. I bet you'll be able to get at least two of these. You better. Three in the midfield, best three midfielders in the world right now. Go.
De Bruyne.
Mm-hmm.
Um, can you tell me the two other positions? I'm pretty confident, but I want to get
CDM center midfielder.
CDM and center midfielder. Who won? I'm not gonna lie. I'm going off a basis of the FIFA Ultimate Team of the Year right now as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, who else won midfield?
You're gonna hate yourself once I tell
I
you
know
these
I'm
two.
going to hate myself. Which leagues? You got to give me another hand.
La Liga and English Premier League.
La Liga.
We can't dwell too long on it. It's Luka Modric,
Luka Modric and who?
Casemiro.
Yeah, no, okay.
I mean, that's the best three midfielders in the
No,
world, if you ask me. I
dude,
mean,
I don't know if
so
I'm sleepy or tired. I totally should have. We talked about Casemiro earlier, saying he's probably one of the best center defensive
yep,
men in the world, and he's
yep.
yeah,
All
okay.
right, four up top.
Four up
You
top:
better get all
Messi,
four.
Mbappe.
Mhm. You
Um,
better get all four without getting one wrong. That's your right winger, left winger, though.
oh, Mbappe wasn't listed as a striker.
No.
Striker, Holland,
Mm-hmm.
and another striker. I'm guessing.
Yes.
Um, Lewandowski. No, Benzema. It is
No.
Benzema. It is Benzema. It
Yeah,
is
the
Benzema. It
guy
is
who won the
Benzema.
Ballon d'Or.
Yes. Sorry, recency bias. I was thinking about Barcelona a second ago.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know why.
So yeah, that's the team of the year, and maybe besides Virgil Van Dijk and
I wouldn't. Yeah,
Cancelo, I don't have much to argue about that.
yeah,
But
I
I
wouldn't
don't think
argue
there's been a
neither.
center back that's
Modric
been
is like
like
36, 37, and he's still consistently.
so happy he played for Spurs. I
I
just
would
missed him,
say
but
I haven't watched any Bayern games, but I will
mm,
say I am surprised that Kimmich has not been in the past couple Team of the Years for a while now.
I mean, you have to win. You have to win things, and Bayern hasn't won the Champions League.
To be fair, what has was Casemiro was on Real Madrid last season actually
Yeah,
when they won it. Um, if you
Casemiro
want to
won it,
talk about
Modric won
winning,
it.
what has De Bruyne won besides the Prem, which he's won 8 times out of the last 10 years? It feels like
He gets the different position than Kimmich. Number one, number
that's
two,
true.
he gets the most assists in Europe every season, basically.
Yeah, it's okay. I can't really argue that. Never mind.
Yeah.
My little dumb self will go into the corner. I just want to see Kimmich get a little more, not a little more recognition. He's already regarded as one of the best in the world right now. But I mean,
Mhm.
with the if they put four in the attack, why not drop one of the attack and four in the midfield? I don't
Who
know.
would you drop?
In the attack, I don't know. It is very tough. It's Messi, Mbappe, Haaland, Benzema. They all deserve it. That's the thing.
Yeah, they all deserve it over
Just give
Kimmich
me a
at the end of
12th
the day.
man. Give me a 12th man, and as long as that's Kimmich, I'm fine. If I'm being honest.
All right, there you go.
What would your 12th man be?
Um,
Out of curiosity. You're not allowed to say Harry Kane.
he's already hit 20 goals this season.
Haaland's at like 28,
Okay, Holland's different.
only in the Prem.
Mm. Um, Probably pick a midfielder who's been balling for City. I love Thiago and I love Bernardo Silva, but probably not good enough for that. Ronaldo is washed.
If people want to make the Ronaldo real quick, Ronaldo versus Messi argument, where Messi went to a farmers league, he
Mm,
now just scored a hat trick in the Saudi Arabian league. So I don't know how you're gonna say how he didn't go to a farmers league now. So that
yeah,
argument's
yeah.
over.
Um, just trying to put my head through all. I mean, maybe Salah, but he hasn't had the best second half of the season.
But I mean,
But a
neither did
Virgil Dykes in there.
and Cancelo didn't either. So you can put Salah in
Mm,
there if you like.
yeah, I would say Kane, but Salah. And because Conte and Pogba both been out for a time, but they nationals. Yeah,
You would have
I'd go
put
with them.
you were considering Pogba to begin with.
I was just thinking about people who get the champion because people go far in tournaments, go in these. This is how these are picked. People who do well on the biggest stage get picked. And I was
Yeah, I
thinking
guess.
about who the center midfielders for France, and I'm not picking Adrian Rabiot, but he was the player
Yeah,
in
I
the middle.
guess.
So and Chouameni, but
Yeah,
no, I think I completely agree with it. Maybe there's an argument for like a Thiago Silva or something, and but that's it.
yeah.
So
All
yeah,
right,
I think we covered that pretty well.
all
And
right.
we will move on to our next segment, which is just about. Is it about? It is just
The
about the Champions
Champions
League
League.
review,
Yeah,
which we'll do pretty quickly, and then just a little bits and bobs. So
yeah. All
yeah,
right. We'll be back in a second.